When it was early morning, the girl who had to go back to another province woke up to shower and get dressed in silence. She was ready to exit the condo in the heart of the city, but the gorgeous owner of this room was still sleeping soundly. Without a clue in this world, Loft watched that beautiful face in the dimmed light. While she put on her watch, Pure's eyes were closed. She looked so innocent, unlike the gorgeous and hot older woman from last night. Within a few hours, the two of them played a tune of their desire, pleasuring each other so much, and responded to their longing in kind. Pure's large bed was a mess, like it had been through a battle of some kind. If Loft had thought that they left such a good impression on each other's bodies in that huge house, it was even more memorable now that they met each other again after being apart for a month. If it was unforgettable before, then last night burned in both of their memories. "I'm leaving now." Loft leaned over to whisper next to her ear, then her soft lips touched the woman's unblemished, baby-like cheek gently. Pure looked so adorable. When she slept, Loft couldn't help but smile fondly at the sight. "Oh, sorry, you stir up easily." Loft saw the woman who was sleeping soundly a moment ago move and hummed something. She thought she had disturbed the gorgeous older woman from her sleep before the sunrise, so she apologized and sat on the bed. "Are you leaving?" Pure opened her eyes to look at Loft. She reached out and grabbed the girl's thumb tightly when the girl had to hurry for work. This small touch made Loft feel so warm inside. "Yeah, you shouldn't come here if you have work. You never stop complaining." The older woman kept nagging her about how she had suddenly come to Bangkok while she still had so much work to do. Loft listened to her with a smile. Pure was still doing that the next day, and Loft still responded the same. "Do you want coffee?" "It's fine. I can buy one on the way, go back to sleep." Pure. Loft felt bad that she woke Pure from her sleep, and she wasn't mean enough to let the gorgeous older woman make her coffee, but the woman seemed to be happy to do that even when she was still sleepy. "I'm up now. Are you in a hurry?" "Not that hurry." Loft smiled when she saw Pure drowsily get up and sat on the bed. Pure slurred her words since she just woke up. Wait for me for a second. Let me brush my teeth before I make you coffee." "Okay, I'll wait outside." "Oh, Miss Pure." Pure was about to get up and wash up in the bathroom, but the tall girl's voice called for her. Pure turned to look at the girl and paused for a moment. Her beautiful, bare brows raised, and she ran her hand through her messy hair to deal with the mess. "What is it?" "Your pajamas are not very appropriate." Loft pointed at her pajamas. The top button fell off, revealing her breathtakingly smooth skin inside. Loft moved to fix it quickly. If she left it like that, Loft would be in trouble since she was the one seeing that. "My button falls off. Don't be a pervert. I'm not even fully awake. I will try to control myself outside. Join me soon, okay?" Loft kissed both of her cheeks and laughed while she walked out of the room, leaving Pure to watch her go, and wrinkled at that teasing girl alone. The tall girl quietly watched the gorgeous older woman move from behind. Pure was making coffee with ease. This woman was good at pottery, drawing, coloring, and she was quite skilled in the kitchen. Loft admitted to herself for the 100th time that she didn't just like this woman. The only thing left for her to do was fall in love with this woman. "Are you sleepy?" Pure asked when she placed the hot coffee in front of Loft. She sounded and looked so concerned. Then, Pure sat on the chair next to her. "A little bit." "You sure you can drive?" "Of course. Thank you for waking up to make me coffee." "Let me know when you get there." The gorgeous older woman insisted on what she was supposed to do. Then she took a sip of her coffee. Loft nodded and responded shortly without looking at the woman. She was staring at the drink quietly, as if there was something so interesting there. In truth, she simply wanted to avoid Pure's gaze while she pondered on something. "Okay. Are you all right?" No matter how hard she tried to cover it, the older woman still noticed that Loft was acting strangely. I'm fine. You're not good at lying, but it's fine if you don't want to tell me. It really is nothing, it's just that. I feel kind of awful that I came all the way here to do that kind of stuff with you. Loft knew that she couldn't get anything more from her relationship with this older woman. Still, she was worried that Pure would be upset with the way Loft was treating her, but it wasn't the right time to tell Pure that she came to see her, not just because she wanted sex, she wanted something more than that. How could Loft say that she missed Pure, not just when they were exchanging touches in bed? Loft missed everything: Pure's smile, her voice, her soft scent, and having Pure in her sight. You want to stay with me longer? Of course, I want to stay longer. Who would come here to sleep with a girl and drive back in the morning? You still have work to do. When are you coming here again? I will be home next week. Can I go see you at the studio before that? Do you actually want to go home? My home will always be there. You might not be Pure. Pure paused for a moment. Her heart sank. She felt so hollow when she heard what the girl was saying. It wasn't something new if Loft felt that their relationship couldn't be like this forever. Still, Pure was frightened when she thought about how their ending was approaching. How are things with Air? What? I was just asking. No need to sound so scary. The girl laughed like she was in a good mood, but it was an act she did to hide something, that was all. I do not. I don't know how much longer Lamp could stand living with a cold, indifferent wife like that, but it won't be long. The last time I talked to him about it, my brother was a mess as well. Loft had never told Pure about what she had talked to her brother. They usually talked about Air, but today the tall girl suddenly told her that. The gorgeous older woman wondered if the younger girl knew something she recently knew. If Air divorces your older brother, then my time is up, right? Loft's bright smile turned bitter and forced when they talked about the end that was waiting for them down the line. You don't have to worry about me. I'm really fine. One braced myself when I started having this relationship with you. Telling Pure that she had prepared for it was just a cool thing for Loft to say. Loft was so head over heels for this gorgeous and hot older woman that she couldn't find a way out of it. No matter how well she prepared herself for this, she couldn't live her life peacefully when Pure went back with the woman she loved. However, even when Loft could see what she would become in the future, she never regretted jumping at someone like Pure head first. Not even once. Loft had spent good times with this older woman in front of her. It was like she was floating in a dream. Loft was so happy that she didn't want to think about anything else. Won't you be sad? I will be. Other than that, I don't know what I feel when I see Air again. I forget everything when I am with you, Pure. I even forgot about how the woman who is like a sister to me would feel. You're not the only one that made it happen. They created this mess together. They made an agreement before they crossed the lines. Pure would never let Loft feel bad alone. She should be the one who shouldered that feeling. I feel bad about it, but just a little, because I really, really like you, Pure. The confession was so honest, so genuine, but Loft didn't smile at her. She looked so sad that Pure could tell when she met the girl's eyes. See you next week, gorgeous. The younger girl got up from her chair and said goodbye. She stopped to look at Pure, who looked up at her and smiled brightly as usual. Yeah, see you next week. You're not going out, you haven't gone out anywhere lately. When Air came back to work, she saw Lamp watching a movie. The man was wearing pajamas, ready to go to bed. He didn't go out at night like he used to. It surprised Air. The man seemed to want to spend time at home more than anything. We're getting a divorce. Can I at least stay with you? Is that why I always see you at home every day? The petite woman raised a brow and asked out of curiosity, because they were ending their relationship as husband and wife. Lamp decided to stay home and not hang out with his friends. Maybe it's because you interact with me more now that we are getting a divorce. That's why I want to be with you. I, I mean, even as friends, I don't want anything else. I want us to interact as friends. The man who was in his happiest moment ever since they got married fumbled and explained to her. He really didn't want anything else from Air. It was enough that the woman talked to him and smiled at him more. We can be friends, but nothing more. Noted, Miss Air. Have you eaten? No, I came home after I got out of my office. The woman sounded so tired when she told him that. Air walked over and sat next to him. If it were before, Air would have avoided him and gone upstairs. She wouldn't come to sit beside him like this. Do you want to eat anything? I can make it for you. I don't want to trouble you. I'll find something to eat. You don't trouble me. Wait here. You can't cook. I can make instant noodles. Fine, thanks a lot. Air let out a cheerful laugh when she heard that. Lamp stilled at the unfamiliar sight. How strange. What is it? Once I let you go, I get your smile and laughter that I've always wanted. You smile at me so easily now that we're friends. The woman who was about to be his ex-wife seemed so lively ever since they agreed to get a divorce. It confirmed that he did Air wrong in so many ways. It was like he was the one who took her happiness away. I'm happy to get them from you, even just as a friend. Thank you so much, Lamp. Thank you as well. Everyone is jealous of me the entire year you are my wife. Lamp's close friends were interested in Air a lot. They always asked things like, she looks so prideful, what's she like at home? Or Air looks so aloof, what is she like when she acts all clingy and cute? Lamp smiled and didn't say a word, because he had never seen it before. You know that no one should be jealous of you for having me as your wife. Let them be jealous that I have such a beautiful wife. Never mind the other things. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry for caging you for so long. Now that you can be free, fly anywhere you want, love someone you want, okay. Thank you. For this man in front of her, there was nothing Air could give him but her apology and her gratitude. Lamp could only be a good friend to her and nothing more. Even when they had their wedding and were legally married, it didn't change the fact that Lamp would never have her love. I know that money was one of the reasons why you decided to get married. You spent a year making yourself more stable financially. It's probably enough for you to be free from your family. I hope you find your happiness. You too. Wait a second. I will call you when the noodles are ready. Okay. Air smiled and responded briefly when she watched Lamp's wide back walking away from her. She was relieved and anxious. It was a good thing that her fake relationship with Lamp was coming to an end, but she couldn't be fully happy when she thought about a certain someone's reaction.